Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to Rimworld with our Nomad playthrough. Today, I think, is going to be a major trek. We are going to be traveling as far up toward the friendly AI as possible, and since we have something on the order of 600 survival meals, I think we can easily make that happen even with all of these colonists and a few little potty breaks along the way. So that's going to be the goal of today's video. To that end, I expect I'm only going to release one Rimworld video this week because I expect this is going to take a very long time, and I have some other projects I do need to go work on, but yeah, if we can make it all the way up there, that's great. I don't think we're ready to end the game yet. I've never done the friendly AI ending before, but I imagine if it's anything like the ship you can build manually, there's a good chance we're going to get attacked, and if that does happen, I want to make sure my guys are as equipped as possible. So we're making as many pit stops along the way as we can to sell some goods, buy some new stuff, and sell off the, 200 muffalo that are probably going to give birth in that time. We did just finish a research request, which is great. It was a triumph. First time something good has happened with this. We got some insights into the harpsichord, and Mr. Jusum, who apparently was my researcher this time, got 5,000 intellectual experience. Well, nice. Not that exciting, but nice. I mean, what am I going to do with a harpsichord, really? I would have much preferred to have some research into the biosculpting pods, since that's something I still really need to use. Let's go ahead and get back on the main road, and maybe we just pop over and kill the nutty sinners over here in Raven's Gorge. I mean, a few little raids here and there probably ain't gonna hurt nobody, except for them. Okay, let's go ahead and make a stop over here, like I said, in the Raven's Rock or Gorge or whatever it's called. See if maybe we can enjoy slaughtering a few pirates. Do this world a favor. Not that I'm trying to do the world any favors exactly, more just I want to see if I can find some sweet, sweet loot. Of course I got a dang mortar. That sort of figures. In a rainforest, no less. That's gonna be real fun to deal with. Alright, well, the sooner we can get them all to attack me, probably the sooner we can get them to get off of that mortar. So, let's see. Planning this out. They have a turret, but none really immediately close by. And this is like the worst possible placement for a turret that I have ever seen in my life. Right, well, I could call for aid, but I don't think I need to do that. I am worried about getting in a position that doesn't have any meaningful amount of cover, but honestly, considering how heavily armed we are, I'm not confident that it's going to matter that much. They have abandoned the mortar, which is what we were hoping for. Now they're coming directly for me, and we are shooting so fast, I don't think this is going to be a problem, like at all. Well, I say that, and then Nomak, of course, got shot in the head, which is not good, but they are running away, so, victory is mine already. Let's take Habsburg and go and open up some of these doors. I can't claim them for some reason. Fine, go ahead and move up here anyway. Some of you guys are going to need to just go ahead and kill off the remainders. That's fine, though. Tigera, of course, is my primary doctor. And, oh, the alpacas are just begging for death. This is good. I need the medicine that I brought along, if you please. We have a lot of stitches that are needed. Okay, while we clean up the rest of the turrets and this last guy who apparently is hanging out over here for some reason. There we go. That takes care of the base, and Nomak and Dragon are immediately being tended using some of the dropped medicine and some that we have left behind over here. So, Nomak, you are still bleeding out. 15 hours remaining on you, Dragon 14 hours. That should be plenty of time, and it doesn't look like any of the damage is permanent, so that's good. Okay, I think everyone is bandaged at this point, unless we're going to go elephant hunting for some more food. I don't think there's any real point in staying beyond what we already have, so let's go ahead and pack up the caravan and get the heck out of here. No time to waste. Unfortunately, not a lot of useful loot out of that, which makes sense. I mean, the easier the fight is, probably the worse equipped those pirates really were, so couldn't expect a whole lot. Everyone else in the meantime, though, is bandaged up. They can heal on the road. We'll just let them ride on a horse or something, Like one of those dramatic movie scenes where the injured person is riding on the horse and maybe falls off or something, and everyone's like, oh no, and then he somehow survives. Yeah, that's kind of what I like seeing. Mostly I'm just indifferent to the well-being of my colonists, but nonetheless, I think we'll be all right. Oh, hello. We're being met by another caravan from the Orange Seal clan. These appear to be Vikings, based on the way they're described. A merchant, some raiders, a shield bearer, a donkey, a goose, some muffalos, and sheep. This sounds like a joke being set up over here. We can trade with you. I mean, we could also just, attack you, but I don't see any real reason to do that. If we want to buy the goose, we could. I'm not going to do that. Could actually offload some of these calves, because we already have a bunch that have been born. I've had, 20 animals born, literally 20, in a 48-hour period, so that's a thing. Do you have anything that I would consider to be particularly useful, though? Drugs, maybe? Ugh, no, I don't really care about any of that. No. No, it doesn't look like you have much. That's unfortunate. Maybe 361 pemmican, I suppose. I mean, it's technically just some extra food that we'll be able to make use of in conjunction with the survival meals. So now we have like 17 days worth of food in one of these colonies. That's just actually because we have so few colonists over there. And now, once this all gets together, I'm sure it'll be a lot less than that. But still, even if we have like 6 days of food, that's a fair bit of time before I even have to crack into the survival meals. We've got enough food to probably last us for the rest of the game, if I'm being honest. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. I actually don't even know what that song is from. It's just something I remember from Shrek, which probably is not the best reference point, but it's what I got. Ooh, an infested city just appeared. Well, what do you know? Now, see, we had one of those other installation complexes kind of appear, and I was like, forget that. That's way out of the way, going across the river and mountains, and we never get anything good out of that. But infested cities? That we have had exceptionally good luck with. I'm thinking we hook a right at the fork in the road. We maybe consider paying Greystone a visit. I don't remember if this is a mountain-based symbol or not. Might actually be a terrible idea, but we'll think about it. But regardless, head over this direction and see what's in the infested city. All right, let's take a peek inside this mountain base. This looks mostly manageable, actually. It is a mountain base, but to be honest, there's like really no obstructions as far as some good line of sight to shoot people as they come around a corner, which actually could work really well to my advantage. We can set up some quick barricades using my alpaca wool, and I don't see any mortars or turrets. Whoa, hello. Okay, we're actually getting met by somebody peaceful. Thank God for that, because I don't have any defenders. We've had that problem before. Ugh. Would have been bad, but fortunately we're gonna be just fine. Ooh, this actually has some useful stuff. This guy's got some crypto-heavy armor, which is a plasteel plate armor that does slow down our movement, but apparently not only is good for armor, but actually slows bleeding if it's a problem. That sounds pretty good. Very expensive. Could also get another helmet. Yeah, I could definitely use some more helmets. It's not bad. Yeah, I think I'm willing to lose a bit of silver for that. We'll go ahead and move on with you. All right, back to the whole attack thing, because that was kind of the more pressing issue at the moment. All right, let's go ahead and set up some basic barricades using... Oops, I have no alpaca wool. Well, that's because I think it was Lex is carrying all of it. Go ahead and drop that on the ground. Thank you very much. Get some barricades set up. Now, where do I think we want to attack them? If they come through this way, they'll get to use a lot of cover. I actually probably should take advantage of the open terrain and attack them from up in this direction. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and build out a few barricades, kind of like this, I'm thinking. And that should be sufficient. Now, Nomak, I know you just recently recovered from your head wound, but I need you to shoot some people and encourage them to come and attack me. Good boy! Well done. Everyone get behind the barricades, quickly! We're gonna use a vertigo pulse over here to make these guys lose some of their balance. Thank you for the psi focus. And also maybe a blinding pulse on, let's say, everyone up over here. We'll do that too. Boom, there we go. So we have a bit of heat, and that obviously could be dangerous. Any more than that would be too much. Let's go and intercept. I think it's funny these guys are all wearing turbans and stuff. I mean, I think we just attacked like some ideological tribes people. I feel a little bit bad about it, but not that bad. Yeah, surely these guys can't last that much longer. I mean, we've kind of slaughtered almost every single one of them at this point. Now they're running away. There we go. Base destroyed. And with all these buildings, I'm hoping there's a load of loot. No, actually, there is nothing useful here at all. Wow. Okay. Well then, I guess we go ahead and pack her on up and get the heck out of here, because people's moods are decreasing, and believe it or not, they'll be better off on the road now that they've all been tended to and no one's going to die. On the other hand, we did get 1,000 pemmican out of the arrangement, so I mean, you win some, you lose some. And after pretty much everyone is healed up at least to a level I don't think they're in any immediate danger, we're going to go ahead and pop in over here, leaving behind Mr. Jusum since he was actually the most injured with a bullet through the jaw. And Telsior since he's not very helpful at the moment, but this means that if we need to bring in some extra animals, we also have a regular colonist that can draw in several more Muffalo in case it turns out we can't carry everything. And look, Lex is fully healed. See, this is what I'm talking about. I think everyone's going to be fine. So last time we went into an infested city, there was a bunch of buggos, but oh god, yeah, we've already found the buggos. Probably going to be fine, but there was also like a bunch of special caskets. They were hidden inside of things like this. So that's what we're looking for. We need to clear out enough bugs that we can explore the 1, 2, 3 areas that I see that might have some hidden goodies. I am a little worried about my Muffalo kind of wandering around, but maybe it'll be okay. Have my melee people go up first and foremost, because I think they're the ones who are going to be tanking most of the charges from the bugs. Case in point, let's go deal with that. Fire sacks, get ready to intercept, and you guys get up in this way, because we got a bunch of bugs heading our way. Oh boy. Here we go, here we go. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Probably fine, though. I don't think there's a whole lot to worry about. We just gotta slice through the bugs. And when in doubt, just have everyone quickly gather up for a quick rest. Tigera gets everyone patched using some of the medicine we carried, and have the other three guard them. Tigera, now is not the time to be falling asleep as much as I'm sure you'd like to. Go ahead and keep tending to everyone. Come on, stop the bleeding if nothing else. That's what matters. So on top of a bit of drugs and some insect jelly, what we actually find by the end of this is a grenade launcher. Okay. Charge SMG, heck yes. Charge pistol, and another minigun. Oh, that's what you like to see. Beautimous. Don't know what to do with these glow pods. Take the marine helmet, absolutely. And excellent quality trooper armor. Yep. Everything else is tainted and probably not useful. Psychic foil helmets, I'm always happy to see. Once in a while, those actually end up being very valuable. And merge up and get back on the highway. Yeah, just for the sake of the minigun alone, that was so totally worth it. Though I'm also quite happy to have the trooper armor. Not sure if anyone's going to actually change into that. They do seem to automatically calculate what they think is going to be the best. Whether it actually is the best, I don't know, different question. Finding the insect jelly is always nice, too. It's great to have some food sources that also give recreation so people can keep marching. Never stop, unless I tell you to. Well, there's not a whole lot to do except for sit back and wait, which does get a little bit boring. Sometimes I think this game needs an even faster speed, you know? Because at least in the overworld, unless there's an event, there's really not a whole lot going on, but I understand that the game's trying to process maps in the background and stuff, so it probably shouldn't do that. So all I can do really is just sit back here and wait and maybe watch some Reddit or something. There's this funny video of some cats here, actually, which I normally wouldn't do, but this one's good. Cat, you know, normal cat, sees fish, reacts kind of like this, you know? Right? Funny. But then you see, like, a different cat, and its reaction? The best gag I think I've ever heard. Yep, I admit, I'm bored. But at least we can try to trade with some folks, right? Fun fact, it looks like we don't have nearly as many animals as I was expecting. I wonder if animals only can get pregnant if you actually have set down a base or are camping. Just traveling on the road doesn't seem to actually get them pregnant. I could be wrong on that, though. They might totally do any of that. All right, so we got a few calves and stuff we could sell, but let's just see if you guys have anything that I would care about. Duck eggs! No, don't care even a little bit. Some medicine, Glitter World meds, no, we have that. Drugs, blah, blah, blah. I don't think these guys have anything exciting. Psychic Harmonizer, Psychic Reader. I mean, we had talked about a Psychic Reader before. I'm still not sure that's really worth it. And then we got some weapons we can sell. Crypto Axe. It's worth a lot, actually. This is from the Vikings Expanded. It looks like crippled with hypothermia. Well, that's fascinating. A pretty decent weapon that slows people down and makes them feel like they have hypothermia. That actually could be kind of fun, but it's also, like, really expensive. I think I might want to wait, because there's another Shattered Empire compound not too far away, and we might get better stuff from them. These guys do, however, have a hospital bed, which is useful for faster healing and better operations, and a grand limestone sculpture worth 400 beauty, which is about as good as, well, actually not even as good as some of my large jade sculptures. Still, I mean, it does make things a smidge easier. We can offload a lot of our excess clothing and some weapons and stuff that I don't care about. So, alright, this is a chance to get just a tiny bit of extra silver. Alright, let's see what the Shattered Empire has to offer. We could buy some woolly cows. Frick, we don't care about that. Let's just be honest, we want to go directly to the weapons and stuff. That's what we care about. You have Prestige Marine helmets, which look pretty cool. I mean, they've even got the little feathery things up top. That's pretty fun. Phoenix armor, okay. Phoenix armor is pretty solid, except it reduces your move speed by a ton. Apparently you don't catch fire like ever, though. What is this? Hang on. Less protective, but very flame resistant. The flame bolt launcher has limited ammo and must be reloaded. It has a shoulder-mounted flame bolt launcher? Well, that sounds like fun. It's a shame it's so slow, otherwise it would be really good. It's also 5,000 freaking silver. Holy cram. Yeah, I don't know if it's really worth that. Maybe. I don't know. Beyond that, I'm surprised how little they're willing to pay for things like the charged rocket launchers. You got any better, like, melee weapons? Because we've only had, like, you know, a couple of good swords. I know that Mr. Jusum has, like, a terrible axe. We have a Persona mono sword. I mean, that's pretty good. Also another Zeus hammer. Yeah, I could be persuaded on that front. Charged shotgun. Charged rifles are always good. Charged sniper rifle might even be good. I don't know. Yeah, and then as far as tech prints, specialized limbs, flesh shaping, might be kind of fun. And then a couple of other psychic items and stuff that we don't really care too much about. I don't know. I don't think there's a whole lot that's useful here, but I think we might as well grab probably another Zeus hammer. And maybe a charge rifle. And then maybe we do... I don't know if I can justify getting a Phoenix armor. I really don't know that I can. Yeah, I don't know. I think we have to pass on most of this. How does prestige armor compare to regular armor? Better neural heat and psychic sensitivity. Overall armor, like, let's say 92% compared to this. So it's the same thing. The only difference is the prestige stuff is good for psychics, which I don't really have many of anyway. So that's actually not going to do me a lot of good. Darn it. But selling off at least a bunch of our wool and other stuff does seem to help. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of some calves. I'm going to keep the dromedaries because those are rideable animals, and I do want to keep some of those. But the rest of these really young animals, I need to keep the full, can probably go away. And now we actually walk away with a bit of silver, thanks to getting rid of some of these young animals. Okay, good enough, I guess. So we walk away with a bit of a profit and some extra stuff. Cool, and at the very least, we can get rid of that bearded axe, and Mr. Jusum can have something a bit more respectable again. Now we're going to travel up north. This is a city that we can visit. It is one of the Shattered Empire's cities, as opposed to the cannibals over here. So while I don't think we can go inside and do anything, maybe we can trade with these guys. They are my ally, at least. The answer to that is no. Even arriving over here, there is no trade option, which means there's really nothing that we can do. We are arriving at another town instead to see if there's anything better to work with. The answer appears to be no. Could get some huskies. You know, I usually like huskies because it used to be in the game that they were really good to train and haul things for you. Not sure we can do much with that anymore. Do have some wolves I could sell off to you. Do you guys have anything useful here either? Any really good weapons? An EMP launcher, but like, meh. Charge lance, no. Any armor? You got a plasteel guardian helmet. That's actually probably worth a fair bit as far as protection is concerned. Yeah, it does. It does actually seem pretty good. Reduces shooting accuracy, so it's really only good for melee characters, and it does seem to improve their own accuracy, which is great. Not bad, honestly. I think we'll go ahead and buy this as a helmet. Beyond that, no, nothing else really exciting. Ugh, boring. But on the plus side, at least trading away some animals and random things like, I don't know, some of the 4,000 wood or something I was carrying has allowed us to buy some food, so I still haven't cracked into our survival meals, but now we're back up to 4.5, thanks to a bunch of pemmican as well as some other raw foods. Yeah, we're kind of just trading our way to victory along here. We made some really good progress. We are almost at the friendly AI. Been a little while since we've had any action, and there are some pirates along the road, so I say we go ahead and just pop on in here and see what is going on. We are getting slower on our traveling, only because winter has fallen upon us, which means that just moving around in general is pretty slow. Fortunately, no snow on the ground. If there was snow on the ground, that would make my life a heck of a lot harder. I see some nice little rocks over here that I think we could use for a pretty easy advantage while still sniping them down and taking out their turrets, so that's where we are going to go. That's right, stupid pirates. I dare you. Come and attack me. Get closer. These shield bubbles actually are a slight annoyance, I'm not gonna lie, but every melee character that they run in is easy enough for me to kill, and that's just one more till they start running away. We haven't even taken a proper shot yet. That's how pathetic these pirates are. And you know the other funny thing? All we have to do is just pull back a little bit, and they'll abandon their only defense. Now they're running away. Look at that. And guess where they're running? Directly into me, which means it's basically a slaughter fest. Have fun, guys! Strength before weakness, or... No, wait, that has nothing to do with the Creed of the Wanderer. Never mind! Well, that was a pretty uneventful and boring run, but we do get to harvest some of their hay grass as well as their smoke leaf and stuff, and the hay grass actually could be relevant for us as we are heading up further north during winter. Because we obviously have a lot of animals that may or may not be able to graze. I actually don't remember for sure how that's going to work, but it would obviously be disastrous if all of my animals suddenly started dying, so we'll try to avoid that. It may actually mean that we need to kind of winter down further south for a little bit and wait for an opportunity to go back up to the north. Okay, we've run out of food. Now, officially, we've reached the point where I finally have to manage my food restrictions and allow people, I think they're all set to lavish, allow them to start eating this packaged survival meals. We're finally going to have to crack into our food stores. And the reason I turn that off is because I don't ever want them to prioritize that. If there are any other kind of foods, especially perishable foods, right, like the berries and stuff I'm working to harvest right now, I want them to eat that first, ever and always. So that's kind of why I have that turned off, but this is one of the reasons having the setup camp mod is so awesome, because it's very easy for me to quickly plant down camp, change up the restriction policies, and now we have a massive food source. I actually don't expect that I'm going to stay here for very long. I know they're harvesting all this stuff, but I want to get back on the road if we can. And weirdly enough, the game is still calculating that I only have 1.9 days worth of food, which is not correct by any stretch. That's weird. Got 700 of these. I really hope they're not stupid enough to feed these to the animals. Oh god, if they did that, I actually would lose these super duper fast. That's why we have the hay. But anyway, just doing that quick encampment got me a good couple hundred of extra food or so, plus like another 1,000 buffalo wool, harvesting all of that. And there we go, the animals are eating the hay. Okay. Okay, this is what worries me. We are in the height of winter. If we go any further north, I probably am not going to have enough hay to keep my animals alive. Unless we can find areas where they can properly graze. Oh, now it says we have 23 days of food. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, we need to watch this very carefully. My hay is disappearing extremely rapidly. And, you know what, let's just go ahead and set up camp again right now. If they can't graze, which I don't see why they couldn't, there's plenty to graze over here. Look at all the wild grass. Yeah, they can eat all this. Yeah, they're being lazy. They're not grazing properly, or at least there's not enough grazing during winter. Yeah, if we go any further north, all my animals are going to start starving and dying. Oh, that sucks. We might need to sit back and relax for a bit before we go any further to the north. Let me gather up these berries, and I think what we need to do is simply set up a proper base camp. And from there, hopefully we can grow some grass or anything at all to keep my animals under control. So we're going to go ahead and settle right down here. And obviously we're not going quite as far north as I wanted, but the goal is to simply sit back for at least 3 months, I think. Oh my god, we have so much stuff. 3 months is the ideal. Is this an ancient danger? Well, that could also be quite nice. Wait until springtime in the northern hemisphere, because December was actually going to be summer in the southern hemisphere where we originated. Now it's winter. So we need to wait till spring. Once spring hits, starting in April, May, then we can start resuming our trek. So let's go ahead and build a small base, deal with the ancient wonders, or sorry, ancient dangers, and hopefully things are going to be just fine. I see lots of grass and stuff animals should be able to eat. If I set up a really big pen, I think we'll be fine. In the meantime, this is a good place for me to end this video. Hopefully it's not going to be too long for you guys or too short. As a reminder, I'm probably not going to do another Rimworld video this week. We'll resume later. I have a couple other special projects to do. So, thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, then I'd ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.